are students and teachers adapting to this new way of learning and teaching?
I think very few schools were in a position as Glendale to go online immediately when the lockdown occurred. We were very lucky. But even when we started, I mean, I think we're innovating and we're tweaking things as we move forward, as probably a lot of schools are. And some of the challenges in running a school or running an online school, I think it's a little bit similar to a physical school. We still have to worry about attendance. We have to worry about punctuality and regularity of the students. We still have to figure out how we're going to assess whether learning has taken place. And similar to, kind of the little naughtiness that might happen when the teacher is out of the classroom.
Sure.
Now it's kind of shifted to before the teacher gets online or when the teacher goes offline and the kids are still there. What they kind of say to each other in that chat. So that's kind of, I was just thinking it's trying to handle classroom management in a virtual environment. But I think the most important thing that schools have to worry about is the learning efficiency. Then aside from that, there might be some technical issues that we would face with maybe power, connectivity. Sometimes the sound is not clear or the mic is not working properly. So these are all things that can kind of happen to anyone. It can happen to the teacher, it can happen to the students, that may impair the learning process. Teachers are also kind of all of a sudden very, very visible to the parents and kind of under their scrutiny as well. So teachers have to get used to that. Some homes may not have enough systems or laptops to utilize if the parents are also working from home and there might be limited devices. The teacher has to figure out how is she going to help those children who didn't have a device or who had a poor connectivity. How does she help that child, catch up? So I think we're navigating classroom management in a whole new way in this virtual environment, and it's important. How are we going to monitor whether students are focusing or not, and are they understanding? If a student has not focused, has not gotten the explanation, and if a teacher has to kind of repeat herself, maybe the other kids are going to get a little bit bored, or then they're going to lose focus. What about kids who join late online, or they leave early while the class is still going on? We've also found in the beginning, some of them were selectively attending the classes that they like or the teachers that they like. So how do you ensure that everybody is there? What do you do if a student is lacking a little bit of seriousness, or maybe there's poor attendance in the first period? Some kids want to keep their camera off, but then how do you monitor them if their camera is off? So these are all kind of new classroom management issues in the virtual world that we have to navigate. And I think all schools are probably gonna, maybe share, learn from each other, devise what is, like how you have code of conduct, online etiquettes or online code of conduct and things like that. So this is gonna all be something that we're gonna figure out, but I think we've come a long way in 3 weeks. I think it's amazing how far we've come in 3 weeks, and I think that we're very quick to adapt, and I think that's the key.
No, I totally agree, actually. So I come from a college academia, and it has taken us years to adopt technology in college and universities, and it is phenomenal to see schools just took 3 weeks and they're online. I totally agree. The challenges that you have laid out is part of the journey. It's part of us learning, and probably tools will improve to help manage the classrooms better, to mark attendance, facial recognition. Some of these techniques will be built in. But I have to say, when I look at my experience with universities and what the schools have been able to adopt, hats off to you guys.